What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, trolls and citizens, the JJs and PPs? This is X-Lover Newman giving you a movie review, on a current, very popular / controversial film, Batman v Superman. I watched this movie last Friday, and then I watched it Sunday night. I watched it Sunday night at my local theater. I watched them twice in IMAX, and I wanted to say before I start the review that I was so thankful to everyone on my channel for making Dragon Ball Z Darkest Path, a video that I created myself, such a big success on the internet. It is a viral video, and I just really appreciate everyone who liked the video, who commented on the video, and who shared the video. I thank you so much, and as a matter of fact, you can check out those videos, those sagas that I have in the description below. But this video is about Batman v Superman. So I want to prefix this before I start my review by saying I'm not a DC fan. I'm not one of these people who limits my entertainment, meaning I'm not an idiot that, goes in and says, oh, I'm only Marvel. And I really like DC, because there's those people like that, and I think that's silly to limit your own entertainment, because why do that when you could have fun at the theaters with multiple superhero franchises? So I could be excited about Civil War, Captain America, but also get to see Superman. Batman v Superman. Why would I want to limit my own entertainment? I could watch 3 incredible movies. I can watch Batman v Superman, I can watch Suicide Squad, and I can watch Captain America Civil War. But that being said, in my opinion, I've always thought that Marvel did it better in comic books and cartoons and in movies, even though when I was a kid I really truly enjoyed the Justice League. Really loved the Justice League cartoons a lot, and the Superman cartoons, and the Batman cartoons. But that being said, I am a Batman fanboy, however. I love Batman. He is by far the staple of the DC universe, in my opinion. He carries it. If he was the only superhero in DC, I would love him. So I'm a huge Batman fan. Have all the Batman games, have Batman comics. I love Batman. So when you hear this review, I'm prefixing this by saying when you hear this review, you're not hearing it from this DC fanboy who's obsessed with Batman nipples, or obsessed with Bat booty, or obsessed with Superman's crotch. This is not what you're hearing. You're hearing somebody who is actually not a fan of Superman, not a fan of really Aquaman. I mean, you talk to the dolphins, who cares? You talk to fish, good for you. But I love the movie. This movie was phenomenal. I don't quite understand why the movie is getting this mixed reviews it's getting. Even the way it started off with Bruce Wayne's parents being killed, and just the beauty and the cinematography of that, and how Zack Snyder showed that, and how all the effects and slow motion of it was just so beautiful. And then Bruce Wayne's dream of the bats flying him to the light, which represents him being the light of Gotham, to save people. Excuse me for the sniffing, by the way. I have a cold, and it's quite a racist, disrespectful, sexist cold, but I'm getting over it. But anyway, starts off with him, and then it goes into the Superman versus Zod, when he was fighting him in the city, and how everything got destroyed, and it shows it from Bruce Wayne's perspective, and how Bruce Wayne lost a best friend, and how he saw people die, and how he witnessed this little girl lose her mother, and all of it. It was really impactful. And by the way, the soundtrack was fucking awesome. I mean, one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in my life. And again, I'm an obsessive Marvel fan. I loved this movie more than Age of Ultron. I really, truly did. I thought this movie was way better than Age of Ultron. You know, and again, I'm not trying to get into this whole versus thing. I'm not that kind of guy. But I'm saying that because I am such a Marvel enthusiast. I love Marvel, but this movie was absolutely fantastic. Even me being a person who's not into any other DC heroes but Batman, I found myself liking Superman. I found myself liking Wonder Woman. You know, she can definitely take a bite from my chicken con sala. And the whole movie was just amazing. The cinematography, the pacing, the acting. I loved everything about it. And it's funny because people were saying, you know, the whole Lex Luthor, which correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section if I'm wrong or anything, but the guy playing him he's supposed to be actually Lex Luthor's son, if I'm correct. And I heard people complaining about Jesse Eisenberg, I believe his name is, acting, but to be honest, it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't even remotely bad. As a matter of fact, he wasn't really acting far from himself. If you took a look at Jesse Eisenberg's videos and interviews on YouTube and you just watch him talk, he actually acts a lot like his character. Obviously, there are subtleties that are different. He's clearly acting and exaggerating certain points of himself, but my point is, it wasn't really, you can't say it's bad acting if the person is really acting like himself. You kind of just saw Jesse Eisenberg, and I didn't have an issue with anything in the movie. There were little small parts that I was like, okay, I mean, Batman was a killer in here. That was interesting. I don't know what that was about. You know, I didn't really particularly like Superman's rivalry with Batman. I got Batman's side. Superman's side, I wasn't so... I was like, okay, this is cool. But that being said, you know, it was... It was everything that everyone complains about with this movie does not make the movie bad at all. Not even remotely bad. You know, I was really shocked by the reaction of this, because I came into this movie probably like some other people did who know about it. I came into this movie thinking, wow, this is probably going to be a sucky movie, or it's probably going to be okay. Because when I saw the trailer, I was like, this looks low budget, it looks funny, something about this doesn't look right, looks kind of cheesy, but I'm going to see it anyway. That's immediately what I thought. That was my immediate response. But then when I went to sit in the movie and I saw the movie, all the way from the beginning, all the way from the music, from the cinematography, from the acting, from the actors and the actresses, and everybody who did such a great job, I was like, huh? I mean, Gal Gadot did a fantastic job as Wonder Woman, even though I thought they personally didn't give enough about her. Now, I do agree with people who say we're not emotionally invested in these characters too much. So it felt a little rushed. I get that. I do get that. It does feel a little rushed at times, and almost like they're trying to get to the Justice League as quickly as possible. But it wasn't painful either. And people were just sort of completely over-exaggerating with this movie. Aquaman's appearance was hilarious, though. It looked like he was part of a L'Oreal commercial. Yeah, I mean that was funny as hell. I literally laughed out loud in the theater and had to cover my mouth because it was really loud. And then people in the other theaters, I mean the theater I was in, laughed at the fact that I laughed because they knew what I was laughing at. But both theaters that I experienced with a full packed theater, when the movie was over, everybody clapped for it. So I always find this odd that this movie gets mixed reviews. I mean, I'm one of those people who loved Batman the most, in this movie. He stole the movie. I was really, really paranoid about Ben Affleck playing Batman, and it comes to find out Ben Affleck is the best Batman. He's incredible. He's literally Batman. I was completely shocked of just how potent he was, how amazing he was, and how great he looks in the suit. I mean, he almost had this. He had exactly what Batman is supposed to be, where he has this almost demonic sense to him, where he seems almost somewhat like a demon. And it reminded me a lot of Batman the Animated Series in the 90s, of how Batman is portrayed in there and how he was, and that's the quintessential Batman to me. I really, 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 really enjoyed Ben Affleck in this movie, and in fact, I want to see Ben Affleck have his own Batfleck movie. I want him to have his own Batman movie now. That's all I want to see now, because it was amazing. The fight sequence when he went to go save Martha was amazing. His acting when Batman was about to kill Superman with the kryptonite staff, and I believe what was that? Yeah, that was right before he saved. Yeah, okay, just making sure. Yeah, he was about to kill Superman with the kryptonite dildo, and he was about to stab him with it, and then Superman said, Martha, Martha. And I loved the way Ben Affleck was acting when he responded, when he said, why'd you say that name? Why did you say that name? You know, and it was so emotional that you could tell it hit him really, really, really hard and made him freeze. And that was just amazing. Even the music in the background was just phenomenal. The action sequence with what's his name? The guy, was he an Orf from Lord of the Rings, or a ogre or something like that? I don't remember the villain's name in Superman. Was it Apocalypse? Was it Baby Orc? Oh, Doomsday, right? So when Doomsday, that whole fight was just awesome, and how Wonder Woman was when she, yelled, ah! And then, her yell, it was so toxic, it was so powerful, and that whole part to me was probably my favorite. Batman's fight scene when he was saving Martha was probably my totally favorite. Loves Lawrence Fishburne in this movie, but you don't really dislike Lawrence Fishburne in anything. He's just an impactful actor and personality. But yeah, I love this movie. My rating for this movie is an 8. I really, 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 really enjoyed it. There's certain things I didn't like overall, but I really enjoyed it. The dream sequences were really, really, really creepy and scary. I was quite taken by those sequences, even to the point where when Superman was holding Batman hostage and the way he was walking towards him, it was actually really scary. Jesse Eisenberg's character, essentially, what people don't get about the character is that he hates God. And he talks about that as a kid. He was abused as a kid, and he hated the fact that God didn't intervene, and he basically looked at God as this almighty being that doesn't help. He had a very, 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 very hateful perspective of God and what God was. So Superman was that closest thing to that. So it was him projecting his own hatred of God onto Superman. And I think some people miss that. And I think that's why you have to watch a movie twice or 3 times to really, really, really take in what the movie's trying to tell you. The movie was incredible. You really enjoyed the movie. So that's my review. I give this movie an 8, or 8.5 even. I really, really love this movie a lot, and I want to see it a 3rd time, and I will be buying it, part of my massive Blu-ray condition that I have in my room. So anyway, like every other video, I leave words of inspiration. You need to listen to this. Don't forward this, because these words will guide you through your days of troubling times. The rain. The rain is formed by the clouds to nourish plants, fruits, and other substances on this earth. And if there is a God, then the rain is coming from his pee-pee. Love you guys. Peace, love, and be wild. Peace.